Welcome class to today's lecture on sustainable urban development, and we'll be focusing on towards the urban form and physical growth aspect of sustainable development. So before we begin, we'll introduce some topics regarding urban form and its elements and how urban growth is being influenced by transport and some developed models which tells you how different cities grow. So let's revisit the concept of sustainability. What is sustainability? So, sustainability can easily be defined, or some of the most famous definition of sustainability is attributed to the Brundtland Commission, which said, which defined sustainability as meeting our needs without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. Another definition in 1991 was revised as improving the quality of human life while living within the carrying capacity of supporting ecosystems, which leads us to what could be the definition for sustainability. So we can assume that meeting the city needs in a sustainable manner in which then the future generation can meet their own needs as well. So what are the needs of an urban area? So when a city is growing, there are different needs, some different demands for an urban area. As the city is growing, the population is growing, the city is expanding, the densities are increasing, and that puts pressure on the local institutions to provide housing, infrastructure services, and different social services which will improve the quality of life of that area. So these are some of the government urban needs. But at the same time, these needs or providing these different services or developing an area through built environment we are building on a naturally environment we are building a built environment. So problems like environmental degradations, rapid carbon emissions, pollution, different types of congestions, these are plaguing the urban areas. So as you might have gone in the previous lectures, urban areas or urban planning defines the city in terms of beauty, convenience. So, if all of these needs are to be met without compromising the natural environment, that is what sustainability is about in the urban context. Now, how do we define sustainable urban development? Now, there are different, now, sustainability or sustainable urban development is a multidimensional phenomenon. It depends on which context are you talking about, which angle are you talking about regarding sustainability. So first, do you call a persistent social economic development a rapid economic development which is increasing the society quality of life? Are we calling it that? Or social scientists or different professions have to be engaged in sustainable urban development? So social scientists will always talk about whatever type of project which are being done in a city for city development, urban development, that should be socially acceptable. An economist, on the other hand, will think, is it economically feasible or viable? A technocrat will think, if is the project or development type technically okay? Or some environmentalists, they will say whatever type of project it's being done, it is environmental friendly or not. And lastly, as engineers, they would think that whatever type of a project which will long lasting, physically strong, structurally strong, which has a strong structural integrity, that is called sustainability. So sustainability or or especially in context of sustainable urban development, it varies a lot. So depending on which person are you talking about or which profession are you talking about, the definition of sustainable urban development varies. So some people now, due to the rapid climate change and the climate change impacts are growing, the vulnerabilities of cities have been exposed. So this calls for a more climate compatible and resilient development. So that is sometimes used in the terms of sustainable urban development as well. In other terms, Some people call it a balanced development between urban and rural, or city interior and exterior, suburbs and city core. Such type of balanced development and inclusive development in which all different stratas of society are included and they are participating towards the urban development processes, that can be termed as sustainable urban development. So that brings us to another definition which many urban planners agree upon, that to create cities and towns in such a way that will improve long-term health of planets, human as well as the ecological system.